Good evening, and welcome to our channel, What Really Matters. My name is Brian, and I am your host for tonight's special report on Pakistan and terrorism. For nearly 8 decades, Pakistan has faced accusations from India and other nations of using terrorism as a strategic tool in its foreign policy, particularly to destabilize India and influence the long-standing Kashmir dispute. These claims, rooted in the partition of British India in 1947, have shaped the volatile geopolitics of South Asia. Pakistan, however, denies these allegations, asserting that it is a victim of terrorism itself. Tonight, we delve into the historical context, key incidents, Pakistan's official stance, international perspectives, and the latest developments as of June 2025, exploring this complex and contentious issue. The story begins with the partition of British India in 1947, which created the independent states of India and Pakistan. The princely state of Jammu and Kashmir emerged as a focal point of conflict, with both nations claiming sovereignty. India alleges that Pakistan has consistently supported terrorist groups to achieve its geopolitical objectives in the region. One of the earliest instances cited is the 1947 invasion of Kashmir by Pakistani-backed tribal militias, which India claims was an attempt to forcibly annex the state. This event set a precedent for what India perceives as a pattern of using non-state actors to wage proxy wars. In 1965, during the Second India-Pakistan War, Pakistan launched Operation Gibraltar, sending infiltrators disguised as locals into Indian-administered Kashmir to incite an uprising. The operation failed, but it underscored Pakistan's willingness to employ irregular forces. Similarly, in 1999, the Kargil War saw Pakistani troops and militants cross the line of control, leading to a military confrontation with India. Pakistan initially denied involvement, but evidence later confirmed the role of its forces and trained militants. Beyond Kashmir, India has accused Pakistan of supporting separatist Sikh outfits in Punjab, allegedly to create an independent state of Khalistan, with some Indian officials linking this to retaliation for India's role in the 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War. Wikipedia. Former Pakistani Army Chief Mirza Aslam Beg has publicly embraced jihad against India, even suggesting the use of the Kartarpur corridor to assist the Khalistan movement, further fueling these allegations. Several high-profile terrorist attacks have been linked to Pakistan, intensifying accusations of state-sponsored terrorism. 2001 Indian Parliament attack. Militants from Jaish-e-Mohammed, JM, and Lashkar-e-Taiba, LET, groups allegedly supported by Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence, ISI, attacked the Indian Parliament, killing 9 people. The incident brought India and Pakistan to the brink of war, with India citing ISI involvement. 2008 Mumbai attacks. Leti operatives carried out coordinated shootings and bombings across Mumbai, killing 166 people. India accused Pakistan of involvement, supported by evidence from David Headley, a LET operative who pleaded guilty in the United States. Pakistan denied state involvement, but the attacks severely strained bilateral relations. 2025 Pahalgam attack. In April 2025, 26 civilians, mostly Hindu tourists, were killed in a terrorist attack in Pahalgam, Kashmir. India accused Pakistan, linking the attack to a former Pakistani Army Special Forces officer. The Resistance Front, TRF, which claimed responsibility, was alleged by India to be an offshoot of LET. Pakistan has always stayed in the state of denial after so many terrorist attacks and called for an international investigation. Not to forget, the most wanted criminal, Osama bin Laden, was also found in Abbottabad, Pakistan, which is the heart of Pakistani army. These incidents, among others, have been central to India's claims of Pakistan's use of terrorism as a strategic tool. The FSS article notes that groups like LET, Hizbul Mujahideen, and Harkat al-Jihadi Islami have access to training facilities, allegedly with ISI support, enabling sophisticated operations. Pakistan has consistently denied allegations of state-sponsored terrorism, asserting that non-state actors are responsible for such activities. The government emphasizes that Pakistan itself is a victim of terrorism, with significant human and economic tolls. According to a Brown University report, 372 Pakistani civilians and 8,132 security personnel were killed in the war on terrorism, with economic losses totaling $126.79 billion since 2001. Groups like Tehrik-i-Taliban Pakistan, TTP, Balochistan Liberation Army, BLA, and ISIS-K have conducted attacks within Pakistan, particularly in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan. Pakistan also accuses India of supporting separatist movements in Balochistan and other regions, claiming that India engages in similar proxy tactics. In response to incidents like the 2008 Mumbai attacks, Pakistani officials have argued there is insufficient evidence linking the state to these acts. In 2019, Pakistan's Prime Minister publicly discouraged citizens from engaging in jihad in Kashmir, stating it would harm the Kashmiri cause. However, admissions from Pakistani officials complicate this narrative. In 2025, Defense Minister Khwaja Mohammad Asif acknowledged that Pakistan had supported terrorist groups for over 3 decades, describing it as a mistake linked to U.S. foreign policy. This admission has been cited as evidence by critics, though Pakistan maintains that its current policies focus on counterterrorism. The international community has expressed significant concern over Pakistan's alleged involvement in terrorism. The United States has designated Pakistan as a country of particular concern, CPC, under the International Religious Freedom Act since 2018, citing inadequate governance that allows terrorists to operate within its borders. The Financial Action Task Force, FATF, placed Pakistan on its gray list in 2018 for deficiencies in combating terrorist financing, but removed it in 2022 after Pakistan implemented reforms to strengthen its anti-money laundering and counterterrorism financing regimes. The U.S. has taken specific actions, such as declaring Hizbul Mujahideen leader Syed Salahuddin a global terrorist in 2017, a decision Pakistan called completely unjustified. In 2022, Pakistan prosecuted Liti leader Sajid Mir on terrorism financing charges, sentencing him to 15 years, and deported 3 U.S. citizens for terrorism-related crimes, indicating some cooperation with international counterterrorism efforts. Recent diplomatic efforts have focused on de-escalating India-Pakistan tensions, particularly after the 2025 Pahalgam attack. The U.S. and United Nations have urged both nations to exercise restraint and engage in dialogue to prevent further conflict. In April 2025, the Pahalgam attack in Indian-administered Kashmir killed 26 civilians, prompting India to accuse Pakistan of orchestrating the attack through a former army officer. India responded with Operation Sindoor in May 2025, conducting missile strikes on alleged terrorist camps in Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir. Pakistan retaliated, reporting 31 deaths from the strikes, and denied involvement in the attack, calling for a neutral investigation. These events have heightened tensions, underscoring the persistent allegations of state-sponsored terrorism. Pakistan's own struggles with terrorism continue, with 971 fatalities in 2022 from attacks by groups like TTP, BLA, and ISIS-K, using tactics such as IEDs, suicide bombings, and targeted assassinations, U.S. Department of State. The presence of non-Pakistani al-Qaeda operatives and other foreign militants in Pakistan further complicates the security landscape. In the end, the allegations of Pakistan's involvement in state-sponsored terrorism are deeply rooted in the history of South Asia, particularly the Kashmir conflict. While India and other nations cite significant evidence, including specific attacks and admissions from Pakistani officials, Pakistan denies these claims, emphasizing its own victimization by terrorism and accusing India of similar tactics. The international community remains concerned, with ongoing diplomatic efforts to promote stability and address the root causes of terrorism in the region. As tensions persist, the path to resolution remains fraught with challenges. Thanks for joining us. Like, share, and subscribe for more.